Give it a second.
All right, you guys, welcome to lesson 8, Step Up to Healthy Snacking. Welcome to Thanksgiving week. We are recording and sending to everyone at request. That way you can join us whenever you're available. All right, so you should have 3 handouts. Handout 8.1, which is fiber, protein, and healthy snacks. Handout 8.2, which is healthy snacking tips. And then handout 8.3, which is smart snacking for adults and teens. I will go ahead and share my screen. That way I have, oh gosh. There we go. All right, so how's that look, Karen?
It looks lovely.
Okay,
good
perfect. Job. All right, so we're going to talk about healthy snacking. Some people report eating small snacks in between meals helps them keep their cravings under control. Others report that they like snacking because it helps them get the nutritional gaps that they're missing. So say they're maybe not eating a fruit or a vegetable with their meals, they like to put that in between to help them reach those nutritional goals. The American Heart Association recommends concentrating on 3 nutrients when you're putting your snacks together. So a fiber, a protein, and a healthy fat. So we're going to go through and talk about each one of those. Let me scroll down a little bit so you can see. Dietary fiber is important because it helps us maintain our digestive health. Therefore, we want to make sure that we include it at every meal and every snack. So dietary fiber is the part of the plant material that is resistant to digestion by the intestines. And there's 2 types. One is soluble fiber and one is insoluble fiber. So it's great to have a mixture of both. Soluble fiber means that it dissolves in water, and then insoluble does not dissolve in water. So some examples of soluble fiber, I feel like my tongue's getting all twisted. Some examples of soluble fiber are oatmeal, nuts, beans, apples, and blueberries. And some examples of insoluble fiber that does not dissolve in water is whole wheat bread, brown rice, carrots, cucumbers, and tomatoes. So the insoluble fiber helps to move things through your digestive system and promotes regularity. And the soluble fiber has been shown to help lower glucose as well as cholesterol. So again, mixture is great for both. So as you can see on our handout here, soluble fiber, we have fruits, oats, and barley. Some other examples, insoluble, some other insoluble examples, most fruits from trees, many green vegetables. I don't know that it's necessary that you remember that you have, which one's which, just as long as we're adding those fruits and vegetables in, we know we're getting that fiber. So now we're going to talk about protein. So protein is a nutrient that's found in many types of foods, and it's vital for our life. So anytime our body is growing or repairing, protein is needed. So the body needs a regular supply of protein to make up and repair cells. So I know a lot of times we think of muscle, but we also need to remember that other body tissues are primarily made up of protein. So this includes organs, hair, eyes. So protein does a lot. It can help fight infection. It helps carry fats, vitamins, and minerals and oxygen around the body. It helps with our muscles, like I said, to build them and contract the muscles. It keeps our body fluids in balance, and it can help us clot our blood. So we want to make sure that we need protein. So here are some great lean protein sources. So again, you can get lean cuts of meat from any animal: beef, lamb, goat, chicken, turkey. You can get fish, seafood, low-fat dairy products, legumes, nuts and seeds. So what we want to do though is we want to aim for snacks and protein that include low fat. All right, so there's lots of options, but we want to maintain the lower fat options, okay? Let's see what's on the bottom of this. All right, so for the fish, we get some healthy fats as well. So your salmon, your herring, sardines, lots of different options there. Walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and eggs. So some chickens are given feed that has additional omega-3s in it, if that's something that you're looking for. So you can always check the package and get some additional healthy fats if that's something that you're interested in or needing. So there's a general rule when it comes to fats that we want to replace higher food fats that are higher in saturated fats with foods that are higher in unsaturated fats. So these include our monounsaturated. So these omega fats can offer benefits such as promoting normal functions of the brain and nervous system, lowering cholesterol levels and supporting heart health, protecting against eye disease, and reducing inflammation in the bodies. So again, the nuts, oils, avocado, and peanut butter are all great options. So, and the nuts are wonderful because they have protein, dietary fiber, and a variety of minerals and vitamins. So they're wonderful. The oils, of course, we want to use sparingly. We can use it in our salads or with sauteing our vegetables. We can use it on our meat. Avocados, you can make the avocado toast. Just remember our portions, like we're talking, our serving size, as we've talked about before, our serving versus portion. So avocados are great on pizzas, soup, salad, toast, all those kinds of things. Peanut butter, nearly half of the fat in peanut butter is monounsaturated fat. So resist the urge to just eat spoons or, spoons out of the jar or to pour it on. Again, just remember your serving size, and it's always helpful to grab a more natural one that doesn't have a lot of added sugars in it. So now that we have...
Hey, Lynn, can I ask you a question?
Please.
So, there's some seeds, and I don't know, maybe you're going to talk about those too, but like the ground flax seed and the chia seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little more about those guys up there?
Sure. So, I can sure try. We'll do it together. Okay. So the flax seeds. So omega-3 fatty acids are in foods that your body doesn't make. So you have to get it in foods. Okay. So the walnuts are plant-based and they have the omega-3 fatty acids. The flax seeds, your body cannot break down the whole flaxseed to access the omega-3s. So to get the health benefits, select ground flax seeds. You can add it to your breakfast cereals, yogurts, baked goods. I know some people like to add them to casseroles or smoothies was the word I was trying to find. Chia seeds are also packed with nutrients. And in addition to omega-3s, they also contain protein, dietary fiber, vitamins, and minerals. So again, you can put those in your cereals, your salads, your baked goods, your smoothies, that kind of thing. And hemp seeds are the same. They're packed with omega-3s and proteins, and they can be eaten raw, cooked, or toasted. I've seen a lot of people like to put those on their avocado toast as well. How about you, Karen? Do you have any additional suggestions for those?
Yeah, I know that there's on dinner tonight, there's a recipe for like chia seed yogurt or something like that.
Chia seed
I've never
what?
tried it. Chia seed yogurt, like they make They mix the chia seeds into yogurt and they
Oh,
makes like a dessert. I haven't tried it. I've seen it when I was going through. I said, I need to try that sometime, but I hadn't done that yet. But
yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, it's a good way to get some extra vitamins and omega
And
3s.
some of those omega 3s, huh?
That's right. That's right. So now let's talk about some ways to incorporate some healthy snacks. So let me get you on 8.2. I think it's this one. Yes. How's that, Karen?
Looks great.
As I say that and then keep moving it.
Still looks good.
Okay, I just wanted it to be as big as possible. Okay. So, Karen, since you're my only audience member, would you like to tell me what are some healthy snack ideas that you like?
Well, I like to eat like an apple or some vegetables, but then, sometimes I need something with those vegetables. So I'll make like a yogurt dip, so I'm getting, because dairy's, I know I've said it before, dairy's always a problem for me. I've got to force those into me. Other than cheese, I like that. And then
So one of those that
I
likes
love
to use
nuts.
your snacks to fill those nutritional gaps.
Right. I love nuts, but like I said, well, I know we said that if I'm talking, you wanted a picture of me. I want to eat nuts, and this is a serving of nuts, and so that's always a bit of an issue because those calories, high fat, good fiber, good fat, but
Right.
still high up there in
Right.
calories.
They're great, and we need to find the serving and stick to the serving. I agree. They're hard because they're so yummy and easy to grab. Okay, so we're going to go through 8.2 and talk about healthy snacking tips. So preparing things ahead of time. I know for my household, if I wash and cut fresh fruits and vegetables and have them in the fridge, they're gone. They're eaten. Now, if I leave them in the packages or in the bag in the vegetable drawer, sometimes they have a tendency to rot and then I end up throwing them away. So I'm curious to know if that's the way it is in your houses as well.
Oh yeah, yes. I know it's not just me. I know because I've had friends that I've talked with. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, okay.
So it's super helpful to prepare them ahead of time, wash them, cut them up, put them in little containers. I had someone in a class the other day, a cooking well class, that told me that she likes to wash her grapes and put them into little snack baggies and then freeze them. And so she told me that's a way that she helps to keep herself that serving size, and then it's a more savory snack because you don't necessarily bite right into them. So I thought that was a great idea. Again, remember the American Heart Association's recommendation that says make it a combination. So if you can combine something with fiber, with protein, and a fat, that's going to be a nice little balanced snack. So combine your food groups. It helps you to feel satisfied. Sometimes it's the crunch, sometimes it's feeling full, but you're also making sure that you're getting lots of fiber in there too, especially if you're having fresh fruits and veggies. And then the fats will help keep you satiated as well. So we can always build our own. Sometimes snack mixes that we buy may have added things that we don't want in it. So you can always build your own snack mix and use seeds, unsweetened cereals, raisins, dried fruit. Just again, make sure that you're watching your serving size because some of these are really easy to continue snacking. And then we're not going to necessarily eat our meals or we may overeat. So watch those things. Choose vibrant vegetables. I know we've talked about it before, but we always want to eat a rainbow. If we can make sure we're getting lots of different colors, that's going to be wonderful for not only our fiber choice, but also all the healthy vitamins and minerals that we need. So you can dip those vegetables in a hummus or a low-fat yogurt. This says sauce, but there's one if you use I know a lot of people really like the ranch packet, and if you mix it with a low-fat Greek yogurt, that's a really nice ranch dip, and you don't have a lot of the extra fat that you would in, say, a mayonnaise or other ways that those dips can be made. Any comments on that, Karen?
Sorry. No, I was thinking that was pretty good, and I was thinking, oh yeah, I like hummus. I love guacamole, but you know, then that's, you know, that
You can
people
have guacamole too, just your serving.
yes,
your 2 tablespoons.
just understand what a serving is. It's not 2 avocados.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So just always remember to wash your fruit and vegetables before you eat them. And then this has a great reminder. Well, I read that wrong, but what I was going to say was eat your fresh fruits and vegetables first. I hate throwing them away, so I always try to remind the people are in my house to eat the fresh ones first, the ones that are on the counter or the ones that are in the fridge. And then once those are gone, then we tend to eat our canned or frozen ones. That way we don't have as much waste. Keeping snacks in arm's distance, fruits and vegetables. So if you have, say, a bowl of fruit or something mixed up, like we are chopped up and available in the fridge, on the countertop, you're more likely to reach for that. So you don't have to prepare something. So that's really helpful. So also working snacks into your meal plan. So again, like Karen was saying, she has a hard time getting her dairy in. So she will use snacks for that option. As you're building, because I know you guys are using your log, your dietary log, add those in there. Help make yourself a balanced meal. So if you know that you need an extra fruit, or you know you need an extra protein, you can stick those together as you're building your meals. So again, we want to remind you, low-fat options. Here are a few other options. Low-fat cheese. So I have heard people say they like to grab a string cheese and an apple, low-fat yogurt, and maybe a few nuts. So it just depends on what you like. Here are a couple tips. So skip the urge to nibble in response to non-hunger eating impulses. So I think a lot of times this can happen. We tend to walk to the pantry or walk to the fridge if we're bored or have some hard emotions or stress. So that's something we can all try to work on and maybe cue ourselves to do something else. Maybe phone a friend or take a walk outside, and it'll have that urge to eat reduced. Planning ahead is always really helpful. Bring your food. I know I always feel better when I bring my lunches and snacks to the office, because then I won't necessarily grab the stuff that's in the kitchen or the candy box. Anything on that, Karen?
No, I was just sitting there thinking about, I have a friend who she really likes to eat sweet things, and so I was hoping we were going to talk about maybe something, yogurt was about the only sweet thing we mentioned. So I was thinking, let's see if we got something else that maybe, can satisfy that sweet tooth.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be, I mean, we all have our go-tos, right? We all have some people like sweet and salty, some people like savory. I think you just have to find what you like. But the yogurt and fruit with maybe, like, this looks like basil, so you're gonna get some flavors there, or some, what do you think that looks like, oatmeal or something in there?
A granola and mint. I think it's mint, not basil. But
oh, mint, yeah. So, I mean, maybe adding some other flavors like that would be helpful.
Yep, you're right. And so, yeah, I'm sitting there thinking that parfait looks quite yummy.
It does. It
And
looks
then,
good. But of
and
course,
fruit.
it's going to be a challenge if we're used to eating, say, a chocolate bar or a piece of cake in the afternoon or something. It can be a challenge, but we can go back to all the other things that we've talked about too, right? Like, what is it that what are our goals? What are we trying to do? How do we want to feel? Because a lot of times we want those things, or we'll eat those things, but then we feel crappy. So if we can remember, hey, I'm not going to feel great if I eat this, maybe we can plan a nice little parfait, or the vegetables and the hummus, and it's a daily choice, right? Daily struggles, but we get there.
Minute by minute, almost.
Yes, sometimes it is. That's right. Very true. So let's go over this, and then we'll talk about our weekly challenge. So snacks are recommended to be 200 calories or less for teenagers as well as adults. And so smart habits, snack only when you're hungry. So if you're not hungry and your meals are on schedule, you have to make that option, but rate your hunger before you reach for a snack, and try to avoid mindless eating. Like I said, walking to the pantry or the refrigerator when we're bored. Have your snacks planned and portioned ahead of time. Oh, this is another great option, the air popped popcorn. Some of those additives that you can put on the popcorn may give it another sweet option, Karen. Kind of reminded me. I know there's a couple options on the Dinner Tonight website, so I'll add those into the email as well. Practice food safety, of course. When you're taking your lunch and your snacks, make sure you throw an ice pack in there so you are not in the danger zone. Let's see, we talked about these things. Here are some other options. A smoothie is probably a great option. You've got a cup of fat-free milk, some frozen fruit. I'd even recommend throwing some veggies in there, some spinach or kale, because you're getting some more vitamins and nutrients in there. The spices on the popcorn is really good. The baked kale chips are awesome. I really like making those. Karen, was it you that said you made your own hummus?
I do make my own hummus, but I also said that if I buy it, it gets eaten at my house. If I make it, it gets thrown away. But it tastes the same, so I don't know what the problem is. But
maybe you just save the container and put your homemade in a container. Oh, here's another option for your guacamole. Mash an avocado and salsa and eat it with a low-fat baked tortilla chip. So you can put your serving together or wrap it up.
Last week I saw a recipe for asparagus. I think it was asparagus guacamole. And so I started reading the ingredients. There was no avocado in there. It's like, okay, no. I don't mind calling it mashed up asparagus or whatever it was, but it was like, I'm not calling that guacamole. It just doesn't make it for
me. Why mess with our avocado? Let's see. Oh, here's another good idea. Graham crackers on low-fat vanilla yogurt. Veggie pizzas. That sounds good. I could make that into a meal. All right. So we have lots of options here. So I'm going to stop sharing. All right. So your weekly challenge this week is to try a healthy snack at least once before next class. Think about how you can fit it into your food group and nutrition. And so next week, we'll talk about how that went. And I also want to check in on your physical activity. I'd love to hear how you guys are incorporating more physical activity or getting it in the first place. Hopefully you guys can enjoy a walk or some family time, frisbee, cornhole, something with your families when you're getting together and eating for Thanksgiving. What else you got, Karen?
Well, I want to remind you guys that, we've already been doing this for 2 months. And so one more month and the 3 months will be up. Our program will be over, but they'll also be asking you to do the paperwork again. So if you're still interested in being in the study, then, you'll want to do that. Reminding you once again to, try and weigh yourself at least once weekly. And, if you need to report to one of us to help you stay on track, then that's fine. Because I just started, I know I sent out to my people, at least I think I did, the what's Norma doing? Maintain no gain.
Yes.
If you haven't gotten that, if I didn't send it out to you and you're interested in it, then contact me. It closes on the 24th. And I could send you the information so you could join that up. That's just another way of staying, trying not to gain weight during these holiday season when a lot of people gain, at least 4 to 5 pounds, and this is to try and keep it down to 2 or less. So just,
right.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and it's similar. So looking at adding fruits and vegetables to your meals, being mindful, right? So instead of walking to the pantry and the fridge, maybe you walk outside with a friend, or just really being mindful of your actions, which I think is really helpful all times, right? All throughout the year, but especially when we tend to have those extra goodies all over. So, all right, you guys, thank you for watching our recording, and we will see you in week 9. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.